Capricorn, it's Scully Sati. Thank you so much for joining me on my channel to see what I see for you guys for the first part of August 1st through the 15th, 2019. And I just want to say, as always, that not all messages are going to vibe with everybody who's watching, and that's totally fine. I won't be offended. Check out one of the other beautiful readers on here that, can tell you what you need to hear for this moment. But we as readers, we're going to tap into different energies at different times. So the ones who are meant to hear this are definitely, tuning in right now. Okay, so I want to thank you guys because you were one of my highest viewers last month, and I really deeply, greatly appreciate that from you guys. All the support really helps my channel grow. So, keep liking, keep sharing, keep coming back to me. And I really, definitely really appreciate you guys. Everybody who's been with me from the start and all the newcomers that I'm getting every day, it just really encourages me that I am doing the right thing here. So thank you guys from the bottom of my little heart. And yeah, let's get into it. For you guys, I'm going to be using my oldest deck. This is my very first deck, and it is called the Sacred Rose Tarot. You can see that it's very worn. This is my main one that I use for my clients, so I'm going to go ahead and use it for you guys, Cappies, and see what I can tap into for you guys for the first couple of weeks of August. Yeah, if you could take a second and just hit that like button for me, I'd greatly appreciate it. And enough about me. Let's get into you guys. What is going on for the beautiful Cappies? Two of my most favorite people in this world are Capricorns. So you guys are just, you're the salt of the earth. You guys are just fantastic, and I love you guys. All right, let's see what's going on. Ooh, starting off with Victory on the World card, Three of Wands, and the Death card. So I'm seeing here that you guys have recently gone through some transformation and change here with that Death card. You may have finally said goodbye to something that was no longer serving you. It may have been something that was causing you a great deal of anxiety here with the Ten of Swords. Tens are also about endings, so I am seeing that something has ended for you guys. And you also got the World card. And the World card is also about the endings of certain cycles to birth something new. You guys got the Victory card, which is fantastic. That's all about, feeling very strong, very victorious over the things that you need to, conquer. See that, yeah, you guys definitely had some kind of a Tower moment before. Tower is about external transformation. It is about, faulty foundations that are being brought, into the spotlight to be able to demolish old things that no longer, resonate on your path. And I feel like you guys have been coming out of a very deep contemplation stage, a stage of rest with the Four of Swords. Now I'm seeing that you guys have tons of options here with the Seven of Cups. But you may have before been holding on a little bit too tightly to the thought of something in particular, because if you could see it, he's holding on to all these cups, and all these divine hands are trying to tear those away from him because there's new stuff to be had, new stuff to be offered. So let's look a little bit deeper into that. Let's see what that has to do with. Yeah, we've got some major cards here, guys. Yeah, so I'm feeling like, you guys may have been holding on a little too tightly to something from the past here with the Knight of Swords. Anybody who's been on my channel for a while knows that my Knight of Swords card is my asshole ex card. Doesn't have to be gender specific at all. But this is somebody who would have been manipulative, very moody, very unstable, and one who's a very in and out energy. Okay, so, you may have had this person reappear via dreams or via actually in person or messaging you or hearing about it from somebody else. But I do feel like this person probably made a reappearance during the Mercury retrograde time frame just because it was brought up for you to put some final closure to it, which it's looking like you did. And I feel like now where you guys are at is like, where am I going to go? Where am I going to put my focus into? What am I going to manifest for myself, right? What kinds of elements can I combine within myself to make myself something to be reckoned with, right? If you guys have been thinking about traveling or moving, this is a good omen for that with the Six of Swords. It's also just about moving forward from a stagnant situation, okay? Let's look a little bit deeper. Because I feel like you guys have just really decided that, you know, if you're going to be happy, it's within your own hands to do so with the Ten of Cups. Ten of Cups is about that, you know, that bliss, really feeling like things are on track, right? Okay. Okay, all right. So I'm feeling like, I do feel like somebody has their eye on you with the Page of Pentacles. This is one of my date cards. This is like, you know, a message about Pentacles, money. It's one of my date cards. Or it could be a message about some kind of a job opportunity for you, or some kind of like, you know, a work exchange opportunity, something like that. I do feel like there is something coming for you, that it is a partnership with something that's going to allow you to feel like you are nicely supported, be that emotionally or monetarily. Now, I'm also getting this Devil card along with the beautiful Two of Cups card. So I just want to look a little bit deeper into that. I want to see what that has to do with. So let's focus on that. Yeah. All right. So this is something from the past. And what tells me that is we got the Nine of Swords. That's about, you know, self-induced anxiety, circular thinking, not being able to get out of your head because you're very confused. Five of Wands, competition, strife, okay? And the Five of Pentacles, feelings of loss. Fives are also about, you know, changes happening. And with that Devil card, I'm feeling like you very well may have a visitor from the past. If it didn't happen during Mercury retrograde, it may be, you know, kind of delayed in happening during this 2-week period for you. I feel like this person is going to try to come in to offer you something new. And if it's not somebody from the past, it could be something very reminiscent of the past, because I'm getting that a lot for the signs as well. It doesn't necessarily have to be that person in particular, but could be somebody that also has those particular traits. And I feel like with this Devil card here, I feel like this is really talking about codependency, you know, remaining bound to something that we know is not good for us, but it's comfortable and it's discomfort, right? It's also about coping mechanisms that really don't suit your highest good at this point, okay? Let's look a little bit deeper. I feel like where you guys are at, Cappies, is like you're very much feeling very logical and you're trying to be very removed from emotions at this point with the King of Swords and the Emperor. I feel like you're just trying to go through life, trying to really refocus on your goals, and you're not really thinking too much about, you know, love or emotion or relationships. You guys are more focused on your opportunities, like what's going to happen for you guys. And I feel like there's some quick communication coming in, and I do feel like this is connected to that Page of Pentacles card we got earlier, which is like the date card. So let's look a little bit deeper into that. Let's see what this has to do with. Yeah, I feel like this was something that you guys had to walk away from before, because it was burdensome. Ten of Wands, that shit's burdensome. You know, it caused you a lot of strife. Eight of Cups, walking away from something, you know, but also this sneaky behavior card, Seven of Swords. So I feel like this thing coming back around is probably somebody from the past, or again, somebody reminiscent that has the same behavior traits for you guys. And I feel like this is really telling you that you need to stand your ground with the Seven of Wands. You know, you can't get back into a situation where you're feeling like you're in limbo, right? You know, I feel like you guys took a lot of time after your last relationship to really try to put things back in place for yourselves. You know, trying to see things from a different perspective, as the Hanged Man talks about. And I feel like you're at this point where you're like, I'm not going to let anybody come in here and fuck up my peace, right? Like you're in a good, solid place, and I feel like you guys are really just thinking that you don't want somebody to come in and disrupt that for you. So let's look a little bit deeper into this, because I feel like you guys are really just trying to focus on your coinage here with the Eight of Pentacles and the Four of Pentacles. I feel like you guys are very much just trying to figure out what goals you want to set for yourself and achieve. Because you guys are very balanced. Very balanced. You know, I feel like you guys have been putting in the work to really figure out, you know, how you can get your foundation, your happy home. Okay? It's also about commitment. So let's look a little bit deeper into that. Yeah, I feel like you guys have committed to yourselves with the Nine of Pentacles. That's my happy singles card. It's also about really, again, focusing on your coinage, on your material, right? The tangible, what things you can accomplish for yourself. And I got the Lovers card here. So I'm going to look a little bit deeper into that because we did get that Four of Wands. So this could be, you know, somewhat of a commitment. God damn it. No, this is somebody from the past. God damn it. Just when you think Mercury retrograde is over, you know, shit keeps coming back up. But what makes me think it's from the past is the Judgment card. That's about resurrection of something that you thought was over, dead and gone. And then the Ace of Swords, learning some kind of truth, the beginning of something. So something trying to come back around. I feel like where you guys are at, Cappies, is I feel like you don't feel like you want to waste your time with anything or anybody that's going to disrupt your flow at this point. That's what I'm feeling. And that's the time, of course, that's, you know, people from the past will come back in, or people that are very, again, like reminiscent of the past that will come in to try to test you with that. Okay, but I am feeling it's definitely somebody from the past here with the Five of Cups. You see how she can't look at what's in front of her with that rose blooming from it because she's looking too much at what's been spilled out of the cup in behind her. Okay, that's about focusing too much on the past. I feel like you guys may have been dealing with somewhat of a player here with the King of Wands. King of Wands, you know, it's not a bad card. It's really about, you know, being very creative and very passionate in your pursuits, but at its worst, King of Wands is somewhat of a player because they're very magnetic. They're very much somebody that people notice, and unfortunately some people with those traits will use that to their advantage, right? But I feel like if this person comes back, or if this is somebody new that's reminiscent of that, you're going to be treating it like the Queen of Swords. Queen of Swords is very no-nonsense, very much a soul that's like, what you got, what you need, why are you here, what can you offer me, right? What are you trying to play at? Like, Queen of Swords is very, very, like I said, no nonsense. She does not take any shit. She calls things as she sees them, and she speaks with truth. And some people don't like that, especially when they're coming off trying to do something wrong. Yeah, you definitely have somebody coming back around for you with the Knight of Wands. Somebody is going to be trying to come in quickly to offer you some sort of passion. I do feel like this does need to happen because with the Wheel of Fortune card here, this is about fate, karma, destiny. This is about, you know, the closing of something. Because remember, you guys got, you know, cards earlier that were talking about closing out a pattern. So the Wheel of Fortune is going to enable you to do that so that you can fully focus on things that you want to focus on, which is more your... Sorry, I got distracted by a bug flying by. That probably freaked you guys out. Well, it freaked me out too. I'm not a huge fan of bugs in my house, especially flies, because they're just gross. Maggot legs. They just gross me out. So, sorry about that. Now you know a little bit about me. As I'm looking into your souls, now you know a little bit about me. So... So yeah, I mean, in short, I just feel like, Cappies, you guys are at a good place right now. I feel like you're at a very stable place. I feel like, you know, you may have been spending some months after, you know, a bad breakup, really getting yourself back together, composing yourself, really figuring out what it is that you're looking for in life. And you're just at that point where you're not going to let anybody fuck up your flow. You know what I mean? So I feel like there is somebody that is going to try to come back in from the past who caused you some pain before. And I feel like it's a test from universe, as universe likes to do to us, to really, you know, make you really figure out that, you know, this is not something that you need anymore in your life, and to be able to put that final closure on it, because you did get a few cards that are talking about that final closure. So don't be surprised if in the next couple of weeks you either hear about this person, or this person contacts you, or this person is really up in your head. This is really just about a time of bringing it to closure for yourselves so that you can really refocus back on, you know, what matters to you at this point. You know, being an earth sign too, you know, your coinage, your, you know, your tangible stuff, your goals that you want to accomplish. Okay? Until the right person comes along, right? All right, my Cappies, I hope that was helpful for you guys. I gotta go bug hunting now. I gotta kill that fly because it cannot live in my house. It must die. All right. Guys, if you need me to look into your situation a little bit closer, feel free to contact me at the email address below. But do come back to me next week because I will have the weekly elemental that is going to focus specifically on the earth signs. It's my new format for that, and I do hope you guys enjoy it. Until then, let me know how this resonates with you. I wish you guys a lot of love, a lot of success, and a lot of clarity for the next couple of weeks, okay? Bye, Cappies. I love you guys.